Love Collective, sending you guys nothing but love, peace, happiness, and prosperity. You make sure you send some of that back, okay? I lock the doors to any spell work, any death spells, beauty spells, financial spells, fertility spells. I unlock the doors to positivity, prosperity, abundance, goodwill, good health, good wealth, good service. All right, collective, let's get into this message. Oh, okay. The downloads that I've been getting is you won this battle, collective, because you picked and choose wisely what battles was yours to fight. A whole lot of things that was done to you, people just started attacking you spiritually. It was some type of spiritual warfare. Okay? And it had a whole lot to do with mind manipulation. The things that people done to you over a time period, I'm telling you, only the strong survive. Because people baited on you being crazy, hurting yourself. Thought like if they didn't mess with you, drown you out, you wouldn't be nothing. But you still moving forward. And I just pulled the judgment card, collective. A lot of people was under judgment from doing certain things to you. Okay, out here with the Six of Cups, because you always shared. You didn't mind, giving people, helping people. But when it came to you, for some reason, people enjoyed your downfall. Like I made the message yesterday, you a builder. You don't have to tear people down to build yourself up. And that was the thing. People got so used to trying to tear you down to build themselves up. And it's like they're under judgment. Somebody could have posted gave you something and they never did, collective. Okay. I feel as though people, you have to know when you around energy vampires, takers. These people were never going to give you anything. They wanted to take, 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 take. A lot of people wanted to take your place. I feel as though you don't supposed to be in the position that you're in. Okay, but you done the work. You're very generous. You healed your inner child. Okay, you in harmony. It's something very significant about your childhood, happy memories. I feel as though you don't have a lot of happy memories when it comes to somebody with this judgment and this Six of Cups. It could be some things from like as you grew up, your childhood. I'm picking up, this can be like your teens, this can be like your early childhood. People seen your light a long time ago. I'm picking up like somebody worked together to like block you out, to try to keep you in an era of grief or something. And it's like these people is under judgment because it supposed to be some type of generous gift or something, and it's just be your gifts that you were sharing, with the world. But it supposed to be something that you supposed to got. And somebody tried to um they under judgment from doing you wrong. This old friends could have been involved. Okay, you thought you were creating happy memories with people, but that's not what you got. You had to wake up and see the attack. Some of y'all had gang stalkers, street performers. You go to the gym. I would take an example. You go to the gym. People send people in to try to humiliate you. You there because you choose to be there. You're there to work out. That could be significant for somebody, collective. Like this, like these people baited on your self-esteem. It was something very significant about making you feel lesser than, not giving you the proper acknowledgement, which you had to learn that you don't care. You don't have to ask nobody for approval to grow. When did you start having to ask for approval to grow, collective? Yeah, it like this is something that you had to deal with growing up. Like people seen you, but they never want to acknowledge you. They rather take it. They rather take your light. Okay, this what I'm saying. You always was generous with your love and your energy. You was supportive, but I feel as though you didn't get that back. You healed this inner child. Somebody hate for every time you laugh, every time you smile, Every time you showing joy and self-love to yourself, just get under somebody because they put so much in that they can break you. You enjoy the memories of being with yourself. You know, somebody could be sitting there thinking about the good old days. You know, you about to create more good times. And I feel like this is people that want to be a part of this and they're not a part of it. They had a chance to be a part of your new beginning. You protected, collective. Yes, with the star. Happy birthday, Aquarius. We got the judgment, Six of Cups with the star. You supposed to be sharing your gifts, collective. It's not about who judge you. You know, somebody could have tried to judge. They like these is people that pick, nitpick at everything that you do. You share your gifts. They talk about it. You the star, especially in this Aquarius season. So Aquarius is the opposite sign from I want to say Leo. So check your Leo and your Aquarius placements, y'all. Yeah, you the star. You inspire people, but they'll never tell you. You don't need that recognition, collective. You carry divine wisdom. You connected with your higher self. Okay, you put yourself through spiritual development. You look at the possibilities. You look at your achievements. You stop looking for people to celebrate you. You stop that. And some of y'all that is bursting in self-care journey, keep going. Block out the noise in the back. Because it's something very significant about your confidence. You develop spiritually. You know, you developed yourself spiritually. Spiritual development. Okay? We call this spiritual development. And you did that. You did that. You stayed hopeful. You know, you looked at the brighter side of life when people was trying to take you down. You look to the stars. You follow the spark in your divine inspiration. There's nothing wrong with you liking somebody's picture or telling people, okay, keep, you know, people put too much in the back end because they know what they done to you. You know, the humiliation, thirsty rituals that these people were doing. You know, you looking at the bigger picture, a higher plan. And you got all the power you need to access it, collective, through trusting yourself, following your shine, your inner light. Try to stay optimistic and hopeful about your life, even when you face difficulties. You know, it says it is that hope and connections with the higher powers that will give you you don't have to beg for anything. And it's that God within you that you tap into, and it will get you through this life. You know, you don't need the lost hope. You the star out here. And the star is here to remind you that life is still beautiful. Keep your faith, trusting that everything is going to work out. Okay, it says anchor into your spiritual beliefs and practices. And you support those who support you. I have hope that everything will work out in its highest way for you. Now and always, collective, you're protected. Psalms 91. Okay, yeah, because you in your north node. We're gonna pull y'all. I just miss. I'm like, let me try this or whatever. But I'm just, it helped me be more tapped in with the cards also. But I'm gonna do a couple of these because I'm trying to clean up my, you know, I'm on here for the love. I'm getting different little stuff where I can tap into making it look cute. Okay. But the crystal that I found, is this amethyst. Okay. So I got Psalms 91 judgment. You don't have to worry about nobody judging your gifts, collectives. I feel like people is under judgment from, not sharing the same love that you show. You never was perfect, but they wanted to block this. They wanted to block you for being this star energy, you and being in your north node. I'm sitting up here showing y'all the cards. You and your north node. Yup, self-aware. I'm pulling from my personal deck. It says Psalms 91. Okay, you're protected. You got North Node and you got self-aware. Aware of oneself as an individual. See, you don't need a crowd. You didn't need a crowd. You do not need a crowd. Somebody was, trying to show you fake love. You had to learn the difference between real love, self-love, and fake love. And some of y'all got love in y'all energy, somebody that's going to treat you like a star. Yeah, stress test. These people wanted to stress you out. Stress test. It says it was real love, not just a fug. Okay, collective. Yeah, you ain't got time for that. You was tested, but it's like somebody wanted to break your confidence. It says you're over the bullshit. Over time, the love left. Yeah, you're not dealing with nothing that's stress you out, that you have to go through a damn stress test. You were given real love in relationships and everything, collective. Yeah, it says, yeah, somebody, it could be someone, some of y'all could have worked in retail or something. Some of y'all could about to go shopping, get you some new things. Yeah. Pay attention to something when you go shopping. Somebody gonna irritate y'all. Y'all know like them floor walkers. It's floor walkers, an employee of a store who supervise sales, personal, and assist customers. So yeah, collective, be self-aware. Like it's somebody that's gonna say something to you. It could be something very significant while you're out shopping or something. That's going to be somebody's going to give you a confirmation for something that you asked the most high. Okay. And you got lawgiver, one who gives a code of law to people. Yeah, somebody under judgment from not giving you something, collective, and they stressed out because they got legal issues. This could be somebody, ex you used to be tied to. Yeah, you over the BS. Over time, the love left. Yeah, because somebody was hell bent on winning. Okay, these is people from your past and certain things. Somebody was hell bent on winning. Tolerance. It says endure what is difficult. They wanted somebody wanted you to be stressed out. You did the work. You and your North Node energy. These people wanted to keep you in a certain energy. And somebody thought by them downing you, not giving you something, not being generous is something to you, that was going to stress you out. Yeah, it says pretty much. You said it. Okay. Dying down, pretty much, for the most part. You just over whatever this is, collective. Who energy? Like you just over it. It says you guys was too young, needed to grow. You're over the bullshit. You over the BS. Over time, the love left. And like I said, when did you have to ask people to grow? When did you need other people's approval to grow, collective? Somebody is judging you from the eyes of your youth or something like that. Non-conventional, no traditional way. Yeah, somebody has something stuck in their head, like you're supposed to be a certain way. Water well, a water sign could be significant. Medical mobbing. Somebody can need some type of lawyer for something that they did. Okay, medical mobbing. Somebody can work in the medical field. Somebody did something with a business or something. Embrace Black Obsidian Collective. Yeah, it says answering service. Called your home or office. Yeah, somebody trying to get in contact with you because the shit is hitting the fan. It says step up, increase. You could be about to get an increase for something, collective. Keep going. You could be getting a call for something that supposed to been given to you. Yeah, because people was cold-hearted friends. Yep, and take the stairs. Yep, people wanted to take shortcuts. They wanted to build themselves up off of your back, on your shoulders. standing on your back, building themselves up while tearing you down. Yeah, and now somebody all in their head about whatever this is, collective. You and you're protected. You have made it to your north node. You're self-aware of oneself as an individual. You don't need a crowd. It's time to value something new, baby. You took the stairs. You know, you stepping up for an increase. These cold-hearted people, these cold-hearted friends, family, karmic family. Okay, be listening for a call, collective. Someone is trying to get in contact with you. If somebody could have been someone you could have worked with, did something, medical mobbing, protect. You need black obsidian for protection. It says you guys were too young, needed to grow. So this could have been old friends. This could have been relationships. You're over the BS. Over time, the love left. Drink more water, collective, non-conventional, pretty much for the most part. Your tolerance, they would want to stress you the hell out. Tolerance, stress test, take care of yourself, collective. Lawgiver, it was real love, not just a F, hell bent on winning. Somebody wanted to target your love life and your finances, and they under judgment because they was hell bent on winning. They did not want you to be the star. Somebody did not want you to share your gift. Someone took some type of gift that possibly give it to you. They could have tried to tap into your spiritual gifts when it came to your love, your love life or something. You've been there. Like somebody tried to hold you to an old, outdated ass timeline of life. No, baby, keep it going. Not somebody all in their head because they under judgment about something, collective. But that's what I got for you guys. So take what resonate, leave what don't. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I go live. Okay, collective. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Remember, take what resonate, leave what don't. Don't try to make nothing fit into your space that don't. These were not personal readings, but if you guys would like a personal reading, my website will be up shortly. Thank you for your patience and remember, leave, take what resonate, leave what don't, collective. The things that you can change, walk towards change. The things that you can't, ask for serenity. And I wish you guys nothing but the best, and I hope everybody leave here better than you came. Peace.